are in beautiful Central Oregon. We're at Lodge, LOGE, which is an acronym for Live Outside, Go Explore. And we're here with Javi Romo.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Javi.
Yeah, oh, man. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, this is great. This is great.
It's good to see you guys.
So we're talking to you.
All bundled up.
That's right. I know. You're
cold.
sitting here in a T-shirt. It's 44 degrees, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Were you a corpsman in the Marines?
I was a forward.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah. You were an FO.
Yeah.
So you still carried all the heavy weight.
Oh, yeah. And it was like twice my weight.
Yeah, you're not the biggest guy around.
It was like twice my weight. So I served 98 to 2007. When I saw the recruiter, I asked to join the infantry, and he threw me in with mortars, 81s, right? I went to boot camp in San Diego and the School of Infantry in San Diego, and then I showed up at 223 in Port Hueneme, and I was a mortarman on the gun line there for 3 or 4 years, and then I was selected to try out for a position as a forward observer. And
so everybody else is using crayons, and you're over here showing you're smart.
Yeah. I was making rainbows with the crayons, doing scratch offs.
So you weren't eating the crayons; you were using the crayons.
Yeah, I'd sniff them. They lasted longer. So, but yeah, all the forward observers were like your size,
smart,
bro.
Man. I know, but
they were like your size, man.
I know they carry a lot of weight.
Yeah, so a radio, extra batteries, NVGs, all the high speed gear.
Yeah, and
I ended up weighing. I was like 140 pounds, and with my gear on, I was like 300 and something pounds.
Well, you're fit now. I would have back problems if I were you, but you're out here.
I still do.
He's out here all muscles.
Yeah, I still do. So because of all that heavy gear, I have severe compression from C3 to C7.
I bet you're 2 inches shorter than you were before you went in.
Yeah.
I am, as a matter of fact. So all my Marine Corps records show 5'5". I am 5'3" now. I'm 5'3", man. I was compressed, man.
You got to hit the rack or something. That old torture device.
So I deployed in 2003 with 223 on a Homeland Defense mission, which is really a workup for Iraq, right?
Yeah.
And then
where did you deploy to?
We were in Pendleton for a year, doing a workup.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
And then they give us the old 1-2, right? So on Friday, they give you orders to go home.
Yeah.
And then Monday, they give you orders to go to Iraq. Yeah. You win. You win. Yeah. So when we got orders to go home after a year of being in Pendleton on a Friday, I didn't leave. I stayed there all weekend.
Oh, man.
I was like, I don't believe these fucking bastards, right? I don't believe them. And sure enough, man, Monday morning, here comes the company gunny storming through the squad bay. Romo, call everybody, get the fuck back. I'm like, oh, shit. He had a stack of orders.
Oh, man.
So all these guys that were like, at their colleges, wherever they were going in Northern California, had to come back.
Yeah.
And then we deployed shortly thereafter to Iraq, and I was on the invasion, and I served as a forward observer with Echo Company.
In the very beginning of it all.
Yeah, in the very beginning.
Because we went to early 2004, but we relieved the Marines. Yeah. And we were in Taji and then in Baghdad. So
yeah. So I went through Nasiriyah, Al Jarraf, Sadar City. We were one of the first units in the Special Republican Guard headquarters. Mm-hmm. In fact, that's where I took my first shower in some office that belonged to an officer upstairs. He had running water, and I was like, yes.
First time I ever used a bidet was in one of Saddam's palaces. I didn't.
Hell yeah. And so I served as an FO for one deployment. And then I stayed a few years after that. Then I couldn't pass the hearing exams anymore. Oh, so that was the end of that,
Yeah. So when did you get all together?
Not yet.
You're not out all. You're not.
No. I thought you. Oh, I didn't follow your question.
When did you get out of the Marines?
Yeah, I thought you said, when did I get all together?
Oh, I heard too.
Yeah, I was like, not yet.
When did you get
Still working on that, bro.
How dare you ask that?
2007
And then you went. Where did you go to?
in Los Angeles. Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
Oh man,
Rookie move, man. I got my phone on. Sorry.
Oh man,
that was
I'll
me, not
edit
you.
that out.
All right.
So I was in Los Angeles and I was doing loss prevention for Target Corporation. I was a manager, and then slowly that took off, right? So people assumed, because I was a forward observer, that I was some kind of intel expert, right? So you fake it till you make it, right?
Yeah.
So you fake it till you make it.
What part of LA were you in?
Torrance.
Torrance?
I was working in Torrance, but I was living in Southeast LA and then eventually to Chino Hills.
My last assignment was to go to grad school at USC.
Oh, yeah.
And I was living in Culver City.
Yeah, I know Culver City well.
Yeah, it was great
Yeah.
for a while.
I want to talk about from when you got out and you have a job and everybody thinks that you're doing really well, and then you had some difficulties, and then you led yourself up to Oregon somehow.
Yeah.
And then I'm just trying to put it all together. Now, because you had difficulties, you're a community leader here, and you put together your own retreat for veterans. And you've been doing that for, will this be the 6th year? I think?
Yeah. And based on my experiences,
let's talk
based
about
on
that.
everything that's helped me, right?
Right.
So I got back and I was working for Target Corporation, and that kind of took off, like I said, right? I started working for Radio Shack and eventually for TJX Corporation, doing large scale customer fraud and customer crime, like $200,000 cases, $1 million cases, huge cases, right? And I could never hold a job, man. I was extremely successful, really good at what I was doing, but I could never hold a job for some reason or another,
Yeah.
Oftentimes it was, arrests for violent behavior, alcohol related, DUIs, but other times it wasn't. And I just couldn't put my finger on it. Right. Mm-hmm. And luckily the nation was in a different place, because every time I lost a job, I found a better job, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I found a better job. I made more money. But eventually that caught up to me, and I opened up my own investigations firm and consulting firm. And that's the last thing that I was doing while I was in Southern California. But to kind of go back a little bit again, around 2009, when I started my own firm, I kind of started to figure out there was something wrong. 6-7 years had gone by.
Yeah.
And I kind of started to figure out there was something wrong. Multiple arrests and multiple, lots of trouble, can't hold a job.
Anybody else would have seen it, but you're living in it. It just doesn't have that perspective.
Yeah. So I was,
You don't know what the house looks like when you're standing inside of it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm on house arrest for like my 3rd DUI.
Oh, you were inside the house then.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I'm on house arrest for like my 3rd DUI. And I just moved to Chino Hills, and my daughter Smalls, I was like 2 years old, man. And, so I'm daddy daycare on house arrest, right, in this new neighborhood. And I meet this guy who is obviously a Marine. He's loud as fuck, Yeah, Semper Fi! Tim Neal. You remember him from last year?
Oh, yeah.
Tim Neal. And Tim comes out to say hi to me, and I can only go to like halfway into the cul-de-sac because I'll set the beeper off. The fans will come after me, right? So I'm chatting with him, and we weren't chatting 15 minutes, man. And he says, "Hey, dude, you have PTSD?" And I was like, the hell is this guy talking about, right? The hell is this guy talking about? And he made some really great points. And, I had nothing to do but stay at home and take care of my daughter. And I was reflecting on it. Probably a few days later, I called into the company, because they're private organizations that monitor you. And I said, "Hey, I need time to go look for a hospital. I need to check into a hospital." And I took my daughter with me, and I had no idea where I was going. So first I went to like the VFW, like just, all right, where the hell do I go, guys?
Yeah.
And I left those guys in tears. And they sent me to the VSO. When I left, they were all in tears. And
you told them about your experiences. And
yeah. I told them about my experiences, where I was. I showed them the anklet, and they sent me to the VSO, right? Mm-hmm. So I went to the VSO and I said the same thing. Hey, man, I need help.
Yeah.
You know, here's where I'm at, and I'm either going to end up in prison or dead. And I have a 2-year-old, you know, that I want to be there for, and, you know, her brother, who was a few years older. Uh-huh. So she sent me to the VA, to emergency care. And I'm in there with my daughter again, right? So I'm in there with my daughter, and they're like, "Why are you here?" And I would just, every time they asked why I'm here, I'd pull up my pants and show them the anklet. This is why I'm here. There's something wrong, yo, right? I didn't know what I was doing, right? I was just trying to find help some way, somehow. Yeah. And I left the VA on valproic acid, gabapentin, quetiapine, and a couple different painkillers.
Oh my gosh! Like, we just medicate you sane again. We'll just give you all of this.
Yeah.
That was a time period in the VA.
Yeah. So they were trying to control the impulsivity and the rage outburst by just medicating the crap out of me, right? Well, that worked for some time.
Can I ask if they were thinking you were bipolar, or
they did?
With the
I was misdiagnosed. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was misdiagnosed as bipolar, and again, that's so off the chart, right? I mean, you don't start showing signs of being bipolar, symptoms of being bipolar in your early 30s.
Yeah,
you know. Mm-hmm. It manifests itself much earlier, but a lot of the symptoms, like anything else, cross over, right? TBI, PTSD, bipolar disorder. And they figured the rage outbursts were symptoms of bipolar disorder. So they medicated me pretty hard, and it helped for some time. And then it did the exact opposite. Mm-hmm. So I went from being, up and down, explosive, and really unstable, to kind of stable, but not really able to react to much because I was so medicated.
Flat effect.
Yeah. And then the impulsivity went through the roof, and the suicidal ideation went through the roof because of the medications.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're so disconnected from yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't process repercussions, right? You can't process outcomes and repercussions. You don't think that far. I realized that, again, the same thing was happening, that I was going to end up dead or in jail, and I needed to change something. So I started reaching out to different nonprofits to see what I could do. And I got involved with some nonprofits that kind of cycled throughout the country. They did huge cycling events from, like, Wounded Warrior Project did one from, Lubbock, Texas to San Diego. I jumped on that.
Wow.
I was just doing as much cycling.
Did you cycle before?
No.
No, you just jumped on a
did
bike?
Yeah. My first cycling event was San Francisco to Los Angeles. Yeah, man. I do it the Marine Corps
That's
way.
going south. That's all downhill.
Yeah, it's all downhill. Yeah, going down. You're going down the whole way. That was my first event.
Wow.
I just jumped in.
Is that on Highway 1 the whole way, or?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much highway the whole way, and which includes Big Sur, which is like this, right?
Yeah,
up and down, up and down. It broke me off, man. It broke me off. But I started to build community again.
Yeah,
I started to build community again and relationships again, and then I noticed that there was a lot of veterans that were trying to get off medications. So I took it upon myself to do that. I started getting off these medications just on my own. Again, not realize that I was actually addicted, right? Mm-hmm. Right. And
to your medications.
To my medications, yeah, including the painkillers, right? Because I was on Vicodin and Percocets.
For your back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vicodin and oxycodone,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Hydrocodone and oxycodone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so I started to get off the medications, not the painkillers first, because I had a lot of fun with those. Of course, right? I was hoarding those, man.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah, yes. And then I started having withdrawal symptoms from the medications, and I became really explosive, really angry, unable to regulate. And about 6 years ago, getting off the last one, which was gabapentin, is when I decided to move to Oregon. I was almost off of everything. It was just gabapentin, Percocets, and Vicodins that I needed to get off of. So I talked to my wife, and she was ready for a change also. So she quit her job at Loma Linda Hospital, which is an amazing place to work, right?
Yeah.
And I called my business partners and said, I'm leaving. I had a conversation with my son and let him know that what I was going to do and why I was going to do it, so he could really understand, because he was just starting his freshman year in high school, right? And he was supportive. My parents were supportive, and between making the decision to move and landing in Bend, like turning the key, it was 30 days.
Wow. Why'd you guys pick Bend?
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't. So we were just looking for homes, and we were looking for homes sight unseen. So it was going to be between like Ashland, Bend, and I forgot what other town we picked on the coast. It was 3. Wherever we got the house is where we were going. And we got a house in Bend. So that's how we ended up in Bend. I'd been here before, so I was kind of happy, right?
Yeah.
Worked out. I filled my last prescription of gabapentin just before I'd left. I didn't feel anything else. And when I got to Bend, I dumped all my painkillers and didn't fill another prescription.
Wow. Cold turkey?
Cold turkey.
Yeah.
No, that's dangerous.
Yeah. So now I'm kind of at the back end of withdrawals from all the mental health medications. And now I'm peaking in withdrawals from Vicodins and Percocets, right? So again,
I've been through some of these withdrawals from from mental health medications. It's a bear.
My hypervigilance was through the roof. Like I thought everybody was following me, or everybody was a threat.
Yeah.
Or every cop was going to pull me over and arrest me. Like all this stuff was just constantly racing through my head. So my heart rate variability was like up and down, up and down, up and down. I was in constant fight or flight in my head, right? And then again, like I said, explosivity and rage outbursts went through the roof. I didn't regulate for like the first 2 years out here. And I really dove into the outdoors, hiking, camping.
Man, you're always hiking and camping.
Yeah, hiking, camping, mountain biking, jujitsu, all the active yoga, right? Trying to get present, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get present. And that's really what led to starting the R&R event out here. Yeah. Was that, the selfish side of me, right, knew I needed a purpose to keep myself going, right?
But you're also helping a lot of people out.
Yeah. And then I wanted to help my fellow veterans and my brothers and sisters and introduce them to some of the things that have helped me. Acupuncture, yoga, the outdoors, and again, building that community once again, right? Gaining that tribe back. And so I took it upon myself to start building the event with zero funds.
Yeah.
No money, man.
And you went through several different organizations.
I went through several different organizations.
Some of them are still with you. Some of them are not.
Yeah.
Some of them made it difficult for you to continue.
Yeah. I outgrew some.
Yeah.
I outgrew some. Some of them did make it difficult to continue. Politically, they leaned one direction versus the other too much, when we really should be in the middle, right? Because we're trying to serve our veterans regardless of what their political positions are.
Exactly.
So I'm really careful about that now.
But you went through so many obstacles, and it's a huge success now. And I have to say that I think I've been to 4 of them.
Yeah.
So I've been there from the beginning. I've seen it. We get little rowdy in town. One time somebody ended up in a hospital.
Yeah. There's been some learning curves.
Yeah, exactly.
There's been some learning curves.
We're going to take a left here and then go here, and then, yes, but that last one last summer was amazing. I think you found the right people, right? Who are you working with now?
Save the Brave.
Save the Brave.
Yeah, Save the Brave. No, they have been amazing. Save the Brave has really helped take this event to the next level and really make it a really streamlined and polished event.
Yeah.
Right? They're professionals. They have a team. So that's
what was their names again?
Nick Velez.
Nick and his wife, right?
No. It was Nick Velez is the CEO, and Rob Fierro and his wife Jen are on the board. Yeah, they're on the board.
They were so cool too.
Yeah, aren't they?
And they were just so supportive.
Yes.
And they talked to everybody.
Yes.
You know, that was really cool. Right. Really cool. I look forward to this one coming up. And what are the dates for this one coming up?
September 18th through 23rd. Right.
And are you full already, or are you still looking for vets?
We're still looking for vets. Yeah. In fact, registration has not opened up. Mm-hmm. There are some vets that have reached out, and I've given them a soft, you'll be here just because they need to, some of these guys and gals that need a spot.
And tell me, what events are you going to be doing for this?
So the event again is September 18th through 23rd, with the 18th and the 23rd being travel dates, right? Again, that's been a learning curve, right? Also, right? That's been a learning curve also. But we're going to be mountain biking with Oregon Adaptive Sports. They're going to be holding a fundamentals clinic for us. And
Thank you. So the first time that I did it and we came up here.
That's what I was about to say, yeah.
Javi's like, hey, you know how to ride a bike? I'm like, yeah, I ride a bike around town. I've done that. And then the first one, we got on one of these vans and we go up to like I don't know the vernacular, but it was like a black diamond round.
Yeah,
I fell off that. It was snow. We went so high, there was snow. We were coming down, and like the path goes sideways and jumping shit. And I fell off that bike every way you can fall. I was so worried because you guys rented a nice bike for me, and
you're scared. And he's just laughing at you.
Yeah. I'm laughing partly because it's been a learning curve, right?
Yeah.
So the first event. And I'll go back to your question. When I put together the first event, I'm not an event planner, okay? As a Marine, man. Okay? I'm not an event planner, right? So I figured these guys and gals would want to do all the fun shit I do, right? Which is like mountain bike all day and just bomb down mountains, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. I set up this 4-day event. We were just bombing down the mountain and doing creative writing with the Writers Guild Initiative in the evening. Mm-hmm. And we were breaking knuckleheads off. Like there was one point Sean's just pushing his bike and you can just see, that look of misery. He's just digging deep, man. He's digging deep. I was like, we may need to change this, right?
You changed the event, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people thanked me for that, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think I want to ride a ski lift up to the top of a mountain.
I was so sore, I was like, infantry guy. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna kind of push through this. And the next day, like, I had cramps so bad, like, I couldn't walk. It was fun.
Yeah, and
sounds like a great time.
And I was riding a single speed bike, no gears.
He didn't have gears.
No gears, man. I was just a monster, dude, on a bike. That's all I did. That's all I did.
He's like the mountain biking Pokemon at the ultimate form.
So third evolution.
Yeah. So because of experiences like that, I made the event a multi-activity event. Right?
Yeah. Oh man, last time was a blast.
Right?
Whitewater rafting.
Yeah. So we're mountain biking, we're fly fishing, we're whitewater rafting, we're bungee jumping, we're doing yoga.
Bungee jumping.
Nope.
I told Javi if I die bungee jumping, my wife's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
And that would be so dumb to
probably kill him too.
Way.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, it is.
I was airborne, but you'll never get me to bungee jump.
You bungee jumped.
Yeah. My wife did it.
Video. Oh, really?
My wife did it. Little timid thing. Yeah. Yeah. She did it.
Wow.
So yeah, we're doing all of that. And then we're also we're trying to introduce our guys and gals, right? Our war fighters to a variety of tools, right? So yoga, nutrition and gut health and mental health connection, clinics, that kind of stuff, so that we start to learn.
You're talking about the vagus nerve.
Yeah.
You had those compression pants
the compression boots that we did with cool. Recharge. Yeah. So that we're trying to introduce all that stuff, right?
And you're bringing back the Writers Guild. Have they committed yet?
Not yet.
Well, I know David and I will be here to help writing.
Yes. Yeah. So either way, we're going to have a clinic.
Yeah.
A clinic.
A couple times it'll do it.
Yeah.
When we're done with all the other stuff, and it'll be fun.
So again, introducing these guys and gals to some of the tools they have not considered, right?
Yeah.
Activity, creative writing,
Right. So as
and pushing them out of their comfort zone
like
consistently.
That. And these are things that you personally have been helped by.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so we're Rogue Cell, but we're produced by Together with Veterans, specifically Together with Veterans, Northwest Oregon. And so the board is showing interest. We're going to donate. I just have to run the flagpole. But I think with this podcast, they're going to see them, because our main mission with Together with Veterans is to lower that suicide number of veterans, but we do specifically for rural areas.
Yes.
And so you're going to have vets here coming from rural areas all over the country, right?
Yeah, absolutely. From all over the country and all over Oregon. I mean, we had guys as close as Lapine, Prineville, and, as far as Ashland and from the coast. And we had East Coast veterans and California veterans. And
I'll tell you, for the 4 times that I've been here, I've seen some of the same guys come back and like how it's improved them.
Yes.
Like that first week. Who's the guy with a big beard? Well, maybe we shouldn't say any names, but I'm talking about he lives in town, and like I just had a conversation with him, and he was on the verge of doing something not so good, bad at the beginning, but then he comes back after year. So he's here and he's part of it and everything,
Yeah. You'll see that. You'll see that quite a bit. I mean, you've already seen it, but you'll see that quite a bit, even with some of the participants from last year that I've kept in touch with that are no longer drinking, that are now active, that are trying to change their lifestyle. Yeah. Even if it's baby steps, right? It's baby steps, but it is inspiring. And that's why we do it, man. That's why we do it. And that's why I do it,
Yeah.
And it really has.
It's a lot of work, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
You do. So you say you're not an event planner, but you're somebody who gets people to say, all right, we can do this.
Yeah.
You the hype guy.
Yeah.
Take an idea that, if I would say it, you're like, whoa, that's going to be hard. I don't know. But you just have that infectious, like, we're going to fucking do this, man. Let's go.
So Sean, so the way I built this event was just plain and simple, just on paper. I created an outline for something that I wanted to do, and I started talking to people in the community about it. This is happening. Now, this is what I would like to do. Hey, this is happening. You need to support it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was it. They're like, well, how are you doing it? I don't know, but it's happening, right? I have no idea. I got to find a lot of money. I got to find a lot of money.
Well, we're someone else's.
But I created
Together with Veterans, we'll donate.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate that so much. We appreciate it. I mean, every penny, especially with Save the Brave, goes to participants. Every single one of us is a volunteer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole thing just started with a vision. And then a vision that I started to share. And they're like, well, where does this idea come from? I'm like, from my experiences. This is what helped me. So I want to introduce some of these
proof
things.
that it works.
Yeah. So let's introduce this to the guys and gals that need it most, And
I like that you say you're introducing it, because these aren't skills or activities that you can just do and you're magically better. You got to practice.
Yeah, you got to practice.
Put work in too.
Yes. Yeah. You got to practice it like anything. It takes time, right? It took me years to get to where I'm at, and then getting off medications. It took years to regulate from that, and then learn to function with this new brain, right? This new brain, and then learning to function, and manage symptoms unmedicated.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So that's been a challenge.
And so you're going to have 24 veterans this time.
Yeah. So we're going to have 24 veterans this time.
Is that the largest number of vets that you've had?
No, last year we had 37.
Oh, that's right. We did.
Man, that's just too many.
Oh, man.
How many rafts did we have rocking? Like 6 rafts there. That was a blast.
Yeah, I think we were up to 7 or 8.
Yeah.
7 or 8 rafts.
Especially on whitewater rafting day, people just showed up.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
So you said before we started recording that you hadn't opened up the registration yet. When you do, how do people find you?
It's savethebrave.org.
Okay.
Yeah. We're also going to have an Eventbrite link, so they'll be able to find it there. But the best way is to go to savethebrave.org. We ask that all our veterans get vetted, just because, there's always stolen valor out there.
Yeah.
And there's some apprehension, with veterans sharing their DD-214. Well, just cross out your social security number or send me your Oregon ID that says you're a veteran. But, there's some pretty bold individuals out there, and we want to avoid any of that.
Yeah.
I just learned that Oregon IDs say veteran on them.
Yes.
I got to fix mine.
Yeah, take your DD 14 down there, and then
Yeah.
they'll see it. They'll do it.
I'll do that when it expires in like 8 years.
Yeah.
Right on, man. This is great. Well, thanks for coming out.
No, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I mean, I hope we get a good group out here. I hope the podcast reaches out. And,
I want to tell you, like the last year, I saw one of my soldiers that I hadn't seen in years, like years. Josh Groves was here.
Yeah. Yes.
And he was out of Salem.
Yes.
And I was his squad leader like probably 15 years ago. And
yeah.
And I hadn't seen him since. And I'm like, holy shit, buddy.
Yeah. So he found us either from the radio or from television.
No, it was from the vet center.
It was from the vet center.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good. So I was going around just knocking on doors. You know what I'm saying? Just TV, radio, knock on the television station's door. Hey man, this is my name. You want to interview me? You want to hear about what I'm doing?
I can see you have a contagious enthusiasm.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. Well, thanks, Javi, man. That's
Cheers,
great.
guys.
I can't wait until
Good
September.
to meet you, Brad.
Nice to meet
Good
you.
to see you,
We
Sean.
will both be here. We'll do another podcast. And we'll interview some of the
Absolutely.
guys, and maybe we can put together like a testimonial package that you can
Absolutely.
send up.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll bring some cameras and some video cameras and shit too.
Heck yeah.
All right, brother.
Stoked.
You got anything else to say that we haven't covered, or?
No, I think that's it. I mean, listen, we want to have as many guys and gals that can, benefit from the event, participating as often as possible. We are going to take alumni, but the first spots are going to go to the guys and gals that haven't been there and experienced it and could really help. Then we're going to choose some alumni to kind of help as mentors, right?
Yeah.
And if you guys get anybody that needs the help or wants to be at the event, please send them in my direction, and we'll make sure that they get a slot. And
are they paying for their own transportation out here?
So no.
Wow.
So again, I was knocking on Fisher House Foundation's door for the last 3 years, and this year they gave me 12 flights, baby.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, they gave me 12 flights.
Oh, that's awesome.
Got a guy in mind.
Yeah, so I have 12 full packages, for vets, and then anybody else that needs help, we can do like a fundraising / Save the Brave effort.
Well, hopefully,
the guy I have in mind, he can pay for his own ticket.
but together vets will help out,
Yeah.
So
we're stoked.
We'll get it working.
Yeah.
We'll get it working.
Yes.
So if people are listening and they do want to donate, how would they just save the brave org?
They can go to savethebrave.org, then go to events and come down to R&R and donate. However, we are doing the matching fundraiser with Carry the Load. So they can go to Carry the Load and then find the team and just Save the Brave and donate there. And specifically, if they want to donate to my effort, they can look up my name, Romo, R-O-M-O, Javier, Javier. And all of those funds are going to come toward R&R.
All right, brother.
Thank you, guys. Yeah.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of Together with Veterans Northwest Oregon or the Oregon Firearm Safety Coalition or the Department of Veterans Affairs. You can find us at roguecell.vet or facebook.com/groups/roguecell. If you or a loved one is experiencing thoughts of suicide, help is available. Please call 988 and press 1 for veterans. This line is answered 24/7, so there is always someone to help. And with help comes hope, and hope saves lives. The second of the 503rd Rogue Cell is produced by Brad Peitzig with support from Together with Veterans and is hosted by Sean Davis. Music provided by Michael Dean Dameron. Thank you for joining us.